All right, man. Welcome back. Great night of fights, Drew. How you feeling
Awesome.
today, Drew?
I feel great. It's leg day, and I'm already pissed off.
Started off right, man. Started off right.
Oh yeah.
Adrian Vennon, what's good to everybody in the chat, man? Welcome back. We started a little later this morning to hopefully give you guys time to get here on time. So thank you guys for coming. Uh, what's going on to my man Adrian Vent? Steve Lamont Hawkins in the building. What's going on, TCU The Crisis? Let me get to the people. What's good to everybody in the chat? I'm going to get to the people that just said what's up a couple seconds ago because people were probably expecting it. George Nichols said, good morning. You nailed the fight yesterday. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Man, these cats, somebody got smart with me. I don't remember who it was that got smart with me. It was like, Fannon, I didn't know the fight already happened. And I was like, dude, it's a prediction, but that's what's going to happen in the fight. I missed by one round, Drew. One round. I had an 8th round KO. It was a 9th round KO. Does that count?
Results still the same.
Does that
Results still
count?
the same. It don't matter.
Close enough?
Close enough.
Oh, before we... Should we do it? Let's wait till some people get in the building before we give our condolences to Batman and do all of that. What's going on, C-Cut? How you feeling, man? B&B Boxing in the building. What's going on? Dashiki Jones. So let's just get to cooking, man. We had 4 fight cards last night, or 3 fight cards, right? We had a DAZN in the afternoon. We had a Showtime card followed up, and then we had an ESPN card to close it out. I watched all of them. Great day of boxing, man. What did you think about the total? Drew, what's your take on just the total day of boxing, man? How do you rank the day of boxing?
Well, I was very satisfied. I was very satisfied with the with the events, high action that we're going to talk about. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I'm a little biased when it comes to DAZN and Top Rank. I'm a boxing fan, so I just can't help but to watch. And I will say I was thoroughly entertained. You see how that works?
Yeah.
I don't like DAZN. I'm not a fan of Top Rank, but I watched it.
Yeah.
And I had a good time last night. I had a good time. I was like, oh, this was really, really good. This was really good. I sat with my feet up, and my wife actually said, "You look like you're enjoying it. You're having a good time." I said, "Yeah, good night of boxing, man. It was really good. I was satisfied. Very, I have after you have a good meal, you're like, yeah, really good events. I'll tip my hat to DAZN and Top Rank. Good night of boxing. Very good night.
Very, very good night of boxing, man. Very good boxing night of boxing. Which card did you like the most?
The Top Rank card.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Top Rank card, hands down. Because I already knew it was going to happen in the DAZN, on the DAZN card. The Top Rank card was like up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? It could have went either way. We're gonna talk about a couple of fights in particular. Yeah. But the DAZN fight. I mean, come on. Did y'all really think that Pulev was going to beat AJ? I didn't think so. So I mean, I knew it was going to happen. And Pulev is dirty as hell, man. That guy dirty, man.
Let's rap about that in the fight, dog. That's going to be great to get in depth on it.
Yeah.
But for me, my fight was I like the Showtime card. Chris Colbert is a monster, man. That for me was the fighter of the evening. Like, that's the guy I gotta say. Like, I pretty much expected everybody else. I didn't expect that type of ass whooping from Chris Colbert, man. He really, 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 really showed something, dude. And other guy, God, dog, man, I hate the other New York dude. It was 2 dudes from New York. What's the other? Richard Hitchens? Richard Hitchens?
It was damn, what is his last name?
Richard Hitchens. It's Hitchens or Higgins?
Something with H.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm killing it because he really did look good. He's a 140 pounder out of New York. I hadn't seen him in I think it's been about a year, man, but he was a good fighter, man. He was really, really good, man. So I like that. I like the Top Rank card. I liked one fight on the DAZN card. The DAZN card was, it was AJ, but Hitchens, thank you very much, Rampage Jackson. Sorry about that, man. Don't mean to be any disrespectful to Mr. Hitchens. Excellent fight, Mr. Hitchens. You looked great. I was really into that fight, man.
I almost said Hutchins. That's why I was messed up.
Yeah, man. But see, Drew fucked up though, because Drew's from New York. See, if he was from Chicago, I would have got that shit right. See how you do your old people, dog? See how you do? See how New York niggas do each other? Just ignore each other on their prime nights, dog. It was a New York night, and you riding with Vegas. Come on, New York.
Hey man, he had it in the bag. I knew he was gonna win.
You knew he was gonna win?
I knew he was gonna win.
Like you didn't know Shakur Stevenson was gonna win.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus.
His name
we'll get
is
to that.
His sister. Hey, C-Cut, man, get up out of here, man. His name ain't no Hissington, dog. You trying to set me up, homie. C-Cut out here trying to set me up, make me look stupid. Going for that, dog. I'm not going for that, dog. I'm not going for that. Mansa Musa Lifestyle, what's going on, man? How you feeling? Yeah, so I liked it though. I like both cards. I liked it. But look, let's go through it card by card, man. Berlanga, I didn't get to see Berlanga. I didn't get to see Berlanga. Now I knew that was gonna go that way. Damn, what the fuck is that? Ugh. I got not Siri. What's that other one?
Hey Google.
Nah, not Hey Google. What's the chick's name that always talking?
Alexa.
Alexa, yeah, I got that bro talking to my back of my ear, man, because I'm talking
too
loud.
Go in there and change her name. You know what happened with real quick about her? I have her 3 a.m. one day. I'm on the computer. The bitch come on for no reason and says it. She just came on. She said it story by Stephen King. I said what? No one said anything. And while she's talking about that creepy ass fucking dude in that movie, I unplugged it. I ain't fucking with her. Fuck you, Alexa. I done changed her name and everything.
Hell nah, dog. I don't fuck with Alexa either, dog. Hey. But you know how it is. Anyway, that broad is in there running a motherfucking trap like crazy. I was like, I guess I gotta quiet down, dog. You know? Anyway, man. So yeah, Berlanga, my man Tevrin Mitchell says Berlanga is a nightmare. We'll see. I didn't get to see. He got some fast hands, though, dude. He's got some fast hands. Tell me about the Berlanga fight, because that's a fight that I didn't get to see. Maybe that's why you like the ESPN card. Tell me about Berlanga. Let's start with the ESPN card.
Berlanga, I want to see more of him. That shit was entertaining. Berlanga, he looked good last night, man. He looked good last night. If he could whoop some top guys like that, that's gonna be insane, man. Berlanga, from what I saw, I know why he's saying that. Berlanga's a nightmare. Yeah. It was his time to shine last night, man. I was like, oh. It was one of those situations. And he kicked his ass. And if he can maintain that against top caliber guys, watch out. Berlanga, I got my eye on that brother, man. That guy, that shit was crazy. He showed excellent skill in the ring, like his ring gentlemanship. He was a calculated aggressive, not like he wasn't an Aaron Pryor aggressive. Like when he had him hurt, he zoned in and he focused, and in every punch, man. Watch the replay. I mean, I was impressed. He did what he was supposed to do against that fella. If he can do that against top caliber guys, watch out. I like what I saw last night.
Did you see him? Was there any moments of trouble? I mean, does he have? I mean, like, what's this? Well, what level? Yeah, okay, cool. I just haven't seen it. It's good to know. I know there's a lot of people that are really excited about him, but quite honestly, man, you know, I haven't been able to watch him because he keeps knocking people out in the first round, and he's early in the card, so I've seen the highlights, but I think I might have seen maybe 2 fights though. But yeah, there's somebody up here in Austin that was in his camp, and he, man, maybe it was maybe a year ago. I can't remember who he switched to. He might switch to Freddie Roach. Isn't he with Freddie Roach now? I think Freddie Roach is training, or he's in that gym with Freddie Roach.
One of the two. I wasn't really focused on his corner, but the people that they putting in front of him, he's doing what he's supposed to do, and that's what you're supposed to do. And he's not carrying these guys. He's not playing games. He's getting them the hell out of there. And his momentum is on high. So now I think it's the great time to put him in there with maybe B-level opponents, because he's making everybody look like C and D opponents right now. So now it's time to up the level of competition. When you have a talent like that and you put him in there with ham and eggers, you're supposed to get him out of there. Like Mike Tyson early in his career. Get him out of there. Show them that you're separate from everybody else. So now it's time to throw him in the ring with some top caliber guys. Now is the time, because he's getting everybody out of there in the first round. But that was fun to watch. And like I said, if you can do that against high caliber opponents, that'd be great.
Fahim Sator said that dude is food. I don't know, man. We'll see.
He might be.
We'll see. He's looking shiny, though. He's looking shiny. Hustle God Methodology said Fannon, Berlanga, and Ennis basically got to step-ups to tell where they are. But as of now, these guys are looking like threats. And I agree, Drew. Nah, man, I think he stepped up. What was that other guy? Who was the guy that – well, we'll know for sure with Jaron Ennis, because Jaron Ennis is fighting next week against Chris Van Eerden. So we'll get to see that. I'm excited. Oh, Rozier is his trainer? C-Cut, thank you very much. I didn't know. Oh, Rozier, yeah. I knew it was like he moved into some big camp. So that's what's up. What's going on, Roki Harrison? For now, you the truth. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the compliment. So Berlanga looked good. Who else was on that card? Not the ESPN card. Because we have to talk about Felix Verdejo, but I wanted to put off Shakur Stevenson for a little while.
Yeah. Let's talk about Verdejo. Yeah.
I wanted to do Shakur Stevenson the truth. I mean, with respect, especially because y'all ain't gonna like what I got to say about him. I'm just telling you. Y'all not gonna like what I got to say, dog. You're not gonna like what I got to say.
Hey.
All right.
Truth
so
hurts.
what did you think about who was the next card? Oh, let's go to your boy, man. Let's get to the big subject. We got 275 people in the building, man. Hit the like button while y'all coming on in the building. I can't see them. But Drew, but Berlanga, yeah, let me give my take on Berlanga. We got to see him get in there against somebody, man. Berlanga's we got to see him get in there, but I like what I see so far. It's a really good thing. But they did say something that was crazy. I know for sure that that ESPN is feeling him, because ESPN said that this is the, Bob Arum came out and said, this is the greatest knockout streak I've seen since a young Mike Tyson. Like, damn, did you miss Deontay Wilder's whole career or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? That's what I will say. Now, this is not Berlanga's fault. It's definitely not Berlanga's fault. Okay? It's not his fault. But come on, man. for people that Deontay Wilder did that like 3 or 4 times over, didn't he? Like, how many knockouts in a row did he have? 30? 33 or some shit like that? Or is there a difference between it being a first round knockout and like a second or third, or a guy that can knock you out in the 12th? You know what I mean? Like that. But to say that that's just ridiculous. And matter of fact, how many knockouts? How many people have gone the distance with Tank? One? One person?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like one person has gone the distance with Tank.
I got to look it up. Not everybody made it, though. Now that I'm thinking about it. And that's just something
I think it's when he had like a 6-round fight. It was like an 8-round fight or something. Somebody went the distance.
Before
But
I forget, remind me to talk about the DAZN commentary before I forget later on.
oh, we will when we get to the zone. That shit is
Mhm.
always terrible. But look, first and foremost, uh, go ahead, Drew, man. Tell them about Batman's situation, and we're gonna yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead, man.
Batman. Shout out to the Russell family. Um, Lost one of his brothers uh, about a day or so ago. Passed of a heart attack. I don't know which one. They have a big family. Um, um, Gary went live on Instagram last night. They had like a memorial where they were, and it's unfortunate. Um, he's okay. He's in good spirits. He should be on the show tonight. But I mean, this has been like a very like rough year, man. It's been a very, very, very rough year. So condolences to the Russell family, Batman, Gary, everybody, man. It's just, and this is out. It's like out of nowhere. It's out of nowhere, man. And but just condolences to him. Everyone keep him and his family in your prayers. And I don't know which brother it was, but when
Well,
you
here,
know because
man. Let's do the. R.I.P. and condolences to the Russell family. Um, Speaking of the Russell family, somebody says that I work for Showtime. No, I do not. Not work for the PBC. No, I do not. However, thank you for the compliment. It's a wonderful organization. If they paid me enough money, yeah, I would sell all y'all out for enough cash. Anyway, whatever with all that nonsense. Um, we do get to see Gary Antoine Russell next week though on Showtime because I do believe that he is going to be on the undercard on the same undercard as Jerron Ennis when he fights Chris Van Heerden. Somebody let me know if that's correct or not, but I believe that's what I saw them say on Showtime last night. But I want to start with the Showtime card, okay? Because that's the people that people know the least. Then we'll move to the big fights. I want to talk about Chris Colbert. I know you didn't get to see Chris Colbert last night, did you? I know
Nope.
you didn't. That's why you said ESPN had the best fight. Dog, Chris Colbert is a fucking monster, dog. Chris
You know what I did
Colbert's
see?
a monster.
I went back and I watched it after. That is ridiculous.
That motherfucker can
That
fight.
that is ridiculous. When you see, you ever saw it? Well, yeah, obviously you saw it because you saw the ass whooping last night. That was an ass whooping that you see, and you're like, "Oh my God, stop this! Stop this!" That was like, those were movie knockdowns. When you knock a dude down and he rolling on the floor, come on, man, stop throwing a towel, throwing a towel, throwing a towel. That was ridiculous, man.
You know who he remind me of, man?
Who that?
God Sham God, the basketball player.
Sham guard.
He
You doing
reminds me of
crossovers
God
in the
Sham
ring?
God. He reminds me of boxing's version of God Sham God. Like, fuck, that boy can do some shit I ain't never seen. Damn, dude, seriously, man, that dude can do everything in that ring, dude. And the way he was, oh, man, dog. I mean, first of all, the athletic talent on that guy is just superb, man. His hand speed, his his coordination, his vision, dude. He was very sweet pea like, man. But he was also like the way he beat that dude up. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, he fights like a pro. See, the Shakur thing, let's get into that Shakur thing. Because I don't know if Shakur beats him. But if he does beat him, it's because Shakur will do a jab, straight right hand very well. Jab, straight right hand, sweeping hooks to the body. That's very fundamental. It's very it's very bread and butter. You know what I mean? It's very bread and butter. But Chris Colbert can fight. That dude, that dude can just fight. That's a guy that can box or he can fight. And I like the fact that he can fight on the inside so well, man. He can fight. He stays out of range well. He's in range. At long range, he fights well. When he's in mid-range, he fights well. He has good defense, and his defense is superb.
If you're managing Shakur right now and that fight is available, do you take it?
Do I take it if I'm his manager?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Not ever?
Dog, that shit's going to be like Sugar Ray Leonard, Aaron Pryor. That's going to be like Sugar Ray Leonard, Aaron Pryor. You better leave Shakur Stevenson the fuck away from that kid, dog. The way that he fights, awkward like he fights, dog, his shit is he's gonna touch Shakur a lot. So if you ask me if he was manager right now, I would say these guys at ESPN ain't thinking about that fight, dog. You're
saying you play politics for about a good 3 years before the hand is forced. That's what you're saying. No,
I'm saying that dude can make Shakur look bad. I'm telling you, he can make Shakur look really bad. Yeah, Shakur beats Colbert, okay. But Shakur is going to be up in there, may look very, very bad. And dog, I don't know, man. Shakur looks bigger, and it's fun to he's just more orthodox. He's more orthodox. But he's the awkwardness. It's the awkwardness of Chris Colbert. And the multifaceted, it's like he can do everything, but maybe Shakur Stevenson can do the things that Shakur Stevenson does better. But I don't know, man. That shit's going to be tough, dog. That shit could be looking very Oscar De La Hoya, Pernell Whitaker-ish at points in times, dog, because I'm pretty sure if Chris Colbert wants to not get hit, it's going to be very difficult to hit that dude when he does not want to get hit, man. That's a naturally gifted fighter, dude. That's a tough fight, dude. That is not some walk in the park for Shakur Stevenson, man. That's a dude. That's just a naturally gifted fighter, dude. That's a dude that I believe that if you just on the street will whoop your ass. I mean, that's what I think he's that type of dude, man. And he said Little B-Hop. See, now I see Little B-Hop. I didn't see it before. Now I do see why they called him Little B-Hop. Because, dude, up close, them right hands up close, oh, man, they was murking that dude. He busted up and hurt. And I don't say why they say he didn't have a lot of power. What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, he's a workhorse, man. He's a workhorse. There was a lot of awkward movements. You can tell he knows fundamentals, but once he got comfortable inside the ring, instincts took over. That's how, fighters have identities. And you can learn the basics, but once you get in the ring, you start doing things that feel natural to you. And if you can get away with it, your trainer won't alter it because you're comfortable and you're not getting hit. And you're hitting and you're not getting hit. What I saw, a lot of basics, but then when he got comfortable, he was doing shit that you can't train a fighter to do. And those guys are dangerous. Like a young Roy Jones. You cannot train a fighter to fight like a prime Roy Jones because he will get knocked out every time unless he has the exact or better athletic ability. All right? Because everything Roy Jones did in the ring was wrong. All right? But he got away with it because he was fast as hell. What I saw last night was I'm not calling him Roy Jones. I'm saying it was along those lines. Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. That kid is a problem. And who would I pick between him and Shakur? Shit.
Hey, Fahim.
We can't even say I can't even gauge Shakur because Shakur hasn't had like he's dominated everyone he's fought on a pro level so far himself. You know, I hear all the gym stories. That's fine. Right now, if they fight right now, that's a toss-up, and it's a damn good fight, man.
Is
It's
there
a
some
damn
gym
good
story
fight.
about Chris Colbert and Shakur Stevenson?
No, I'm saying, with them together, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I've heard gym stories about Shakur. You know, him beating the shit out of a lot of people.
Oh,
Those
I've
are just
seen them. I've seen the tape. Hey, dude, certain somebody they said he was beating that dude like it was easy money. He was picking somebody. He's picking somebody off like it was easy money. But
I could dig it. I could dig it. But you know, again, gym and in the ring with money on the line, it can be different. It can be different. You know, so my motto is let's see it.
look, man, I'll answer the question. Look, I'll answer the question about this who'd he fight stuff. The question, who did he fight, who have they fought is this what is that called? The last refuge of a scoundrel. Okay? Shakur Stevenson ain't fought nobody either. What you talking about? Who Shakur Stevenson fight? You say, who did he fight? Who did Shakur Stevenson fight? Neither one of them fought no damn body. I mean, come on, man. Don't use that who they fight as an excuse not to look at what they do in the ring. Shakur Stevenson does things in the ring. Chris Colbert does things in the ring. The sizes of their body. If Chris Colbert has a chin, if he has a rock solid chin, he can cause Shakur Stevenson more problems than anybody Shakur Stevenson has fought. And if you had to line up the top in the weight class of 130, and see, this is how I think it should be, the better way to look at it is, or the more fair way to look at it. If you look at everybody at 130, you got Jojo Diaz, you have Shakur Stevenson, you have Oscar Valdez, you have Chris Colbert, Miguel Burchelt, Tevin Farmer. Those are the top 130 pounders. If you want to include Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis at 130 pounds. Those are the top 130 pounders, right? Dude, Chris Colbert is one of the hardest fights on there. Chris Colbert against Miguel Burchelt. Dog, get up out of here. Miguel Burchelt, Chris Colbert, if he can't beat him right now, will murk Miguel Burchelt in a year. If he's able to actually get that fight with Miguel Burchelt. He'll beat Jojo Diaz right now. Mop Jojo Diaz. Tomorrow afternoon, he will mop Jojo Diaz. So the idea, I'm serious, man, tomorrow afternoon. Like somebody said he had a broke hand. Have him fight tomorrow with a broke hand against Jojo Diaz. He will be popping the shit out of Jojo Diaz for 12 straight rounds. Jojo Diaz will not do jack shit about it, but eat them shots, okay? Because what he looked like to me was he could play the 130-pound Gary Russell Jr. Like, his hands ain't quite as quick as Gary Russell Jr., but you saw he came inside like Gary Russell Jr. because he came in there was sitting down on that boy. And that was a big dude, man. He said, Tevin Farmer wish. I'm just telling you. Look, of all of the top 130 pounders, Chris Colbert is got to be in the top 5, 6 130 pounders. So if Shakur is not going to be fighting Gervonta, if he's not going to fight Burchelt, if he's not going to fight Valdez, right, then what's wrong with Chris Colbert? Chris Evans said, if hit and not get hit is the name of the game, what or who is the definition of a fundamental boxer? It is the one that fundamentally does not get hit and pops the shit out you. Exactly. You answered the question with your question. Thank you so much, Chris Evans in that super chat, man. Go ahead, Drew. What were you gonna say?
If you take Shakur and Colbert's, if you take their opponents and switch them, I think you get the same outcome. I think you get the same outcome. So I can't gauge who's better than who off of the opponents, because if you want to use the argument, that's why I try and stay away from certain things in boxing, like who's he fought, because early in a career, a fighter could come across a guy that stylistically could like mess them up, and you'll never hear about it. You understand? Like, for example, all the Mike Tyson fans, when I asked them who stopped the KO streak, they don't even know. And I say it's James Quick Tillis, and they say, well, who's that? Exactly. And that was a prime Mike Tyson, but he stopped the KO streak. And if you go watch that fight, there's a reason why he stopped it. So it's the same thing here. If you take the opponents and you switch them, you still get the same outcome. But I can't say, well, who's he fought, as a means to discredit one of the fighters. The only way to see what happens is for them to get in the ring. Right now, if I'm a manager, I'm thinking on a manager level, not as a supporter of the sport. I keep my guy away from him. To fight now, that's bad business.
Sorry.
To fight now, that's bad business, because there's a possibility my guy could lose. We don't want that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a dangerous fight for both. But based off of what I saw last night, after the fact, because my wife interrupted me, Colbert, I got some booty. Yeah. Colbert is a beast, man. He's a beast. And Shakur, that was a great Philly shell I saw last night, man. That was great reflexes. But I definitely, that's a gem of a fight. That's a gem of a fight. Colbert versus Shakur. That's a gem of a fight.
It is. And the sad thing is, we both know it'll never happen, because that's because right. And they'll just immediately say, "Oh no, we can't have that fight. Shakur is one of the greatest." And oh man, that shit's gonna start happening.
He got Bob Arum issues.
Yeah, I mean, we all got Bob Arum issues when you got a great fighter like Shakur Stevenson affected, working with Bob Arum. Because but it could not, it doesn't even have to be that. It could still, shit could happen on the PBC like that. It's just, that that's one of the best fights, man. That's like, but that's why I keep saying, like, there's this facade that boxing is is all international, right? Like, but you have a guy from New York and you got a guy from New Jersey right there that could fight. They're the same, right around the same age and the same size, live right in the same damn area. And that's a fight you can't make. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's like the Gary Russell Jr. thing with Tank Davis. It's like as soon as you talk about having a fight between Gervonta Davis and Gary Russell Jr., people start saying, "Oh no, we got to have the fight with Gervonta Davis and Miguel Berchelt, or him and Leo Santa Cruz." But you can't have a fight between these guys when you have Baltimore and DC right next to each other. I mean, it's just like, come on, man. I think we all hurt because of that, man. Because now you're going to have half of boxing spending all their energy trying to tell you how Chris Colbert doesn't deserve a shot. Like, I had we were on the show yesterday morning. By the way, follow me on Instagram. I got to do my shameless plug and hit the like button. But follow me on Instagram, please. And also follow my man, Drew Titan, who will be the voice of the people. Tell them about the project that you got coming out this week, man.
Oh, yeah. Listen, man, we putting things on full blast. And if you don't like the truth, listen anyway. We embrace the hate. All right? But if you hate, that means you're donating also. So I don't care. All right? So we're going to tell some truth about boxing in general, but I got a spotlight on Mr. Fury. And I'm going to keep a spotlight on his ass until he's gone. All right? So we're going to put some truth out, whether you like it or not. Love it, hate it, Who cares? I don't care. It's my channel. I do what the hell I want to do. But it's going to come out. And I don't care what you say. Because facts are on my side. Emotions are on yours. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Montes Super Chat. Shakur's offense puts you in a shell by round 2. They basically in survival mode from there on out. Hard to get a knockout at that point. Yeah, dog, but no, at the same damn time. You can walk his ass down. How about if he's in a shell, you go at him and you start fighting him up close. You go to the body, you work him. I don't buy that, dog. I don't buy that, man. I don't buy that there's not a way that you can work around a guy that is being, hesitant. If you're hesitant with Errol Spence is just gonna beat the shit out you. You know what I mean? I think Shakur has more room to grow in his game, dog. But I'm sure he'll get it because he's looking bigger, he's looking stronger. But dude, being able what Gervonta did with Leo Santa Cruz, dog, that dude, he was like,
he walked in, he ate
right
two
in
before
on
he
him,
knocked
dog.
it. Yep.
Just walk right in on him. It's like, no, dude, I'm knocking you the fuck out, dog. There ain't no way out of this. Because I'm right in your chest, And from what I saw, Shakur, it was more out at mid-range, long range, being the guy was, defending. Get in there. Sometimes if you want to get it, you got to get in there, dog. You got to get that extra, you got to get that walk down in you. It's just what it is. If you're gonna keep your hands at home against Mike Tyson's knocking you out because he's going in there, he's ripping to the body, he's ripping uppercuts. Dog, but he's a very, 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 very good looking young prospect, man. Champion, but now you got, there's so many belts that there are prospects that are champions. You know what I mean? Like some of these champions are prospects, regardless of whether or not we want to call them. But when you got like 79 belts and medals and all that shit hanging out, cats be calling themselves like. I will say I saw some funny shit. Can I crack a joke?
Go ahead.
Not crack a joke, or can I be petty?
Let's go.
Damn, Raleigh Romero got his ass whooped by Devin Haney in that damn videotape.
Whew.
But didn't he start it? Didn't he put the shit out to begin with?
I think he did. I think he did. I think he did.
Because I was like, damn, that's petty. I looked at first, I was like, damn, that's petty that they putting out there that ass whooping. Then I was like, hold on, man, there's a reason they put that ass whooping out there. What was the reason they put that ass whooping out there? The ass whooping is out there because Rory was talking that get the fuck up out of here, dog. There's a lot of clout chasing going on in boxing, homie. And Rory Romero is one. He need to go find Marinez, man, and make that fight happen, dog. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for a second. Yeah, the 130-pound division is looking strong. The 135 is strong. But you just have to convince the people. You have to convince the media to make the best fights, dog. Yeah, Raleigh's not a bum, but Raleigh is not, I ain't that. I'm just not convinced. It's almost not worth talking about. I think that is a hype. I think that's and I'm worried that Berlanga might turn looking like Raleigh if he just is he there. It can't be one of because Raleigh's knocking people's heads off too. But Raleigh is just that's all he's doing is swinging for the fences. Just so he's just very, very raw.
It just dawned on me. As good as Shakur looked last night, he didn't figure out how to close the show. He didn't figure out how to do it. It was there, and when you have an opponent that is basically on his defensive bike, you got to figure out how to get him out of there, which means you got to take some risk, like Tank did. Once he figured out that Santa Cruz couldn't hurt him, he just walked up to him with the high guard, ate two right hands, and slipped the last one in night. He was supposed to do that, but what was dude's name? Tokum, Takum, whatever.
Taka McLean or something.
Yeah, some shit. I don't think he was willing to let those punches fly because he knew it was coming back. So, I'm not ripping Shakur for his performance last night at all. I'm just saying I just wish that I just wish he like closed the show. I wish he did, but he looked great.
As Chris Colbert. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah,
he did not look as good as Chris Colbert last night. Yeah. Not to me.
Yeah. No, he didn't, and that's why I asked if you switch the opponents, would you get the same outcome? I think
Chris Colbert would have knocked that dude the fuck out. That's what I think. I think Chris Colbert would have knocked Hannah Montana the fuck out. That's the fuck I would have think. His ass would have got caught with some shit because he was just doing more to get it. He was being more vulnerable at times. Like he was in the pit with his head swinging. Like the dude had to throw the punches because his head was there. He was like, here you go. Here's my fucking head. Now swing, miss, take that shit with you. He was in his face like, He had to let his hands go, dog. That's what I'm saying. Like he did to me. What's going on, Ogon, in that super chat, man? Thank you so much, man. He said, man, I love the work that you brothers are doing. I follow both of you on Instagram at Son of DMV. Keep dropping knowledge on these fools. Thank you, Ogon, man. Thank you so much for the support. Yes, sir. And we do have more projects coming up. And man, Drew, just recognize that Drew has a better voice than me. And I recognize that, dog. That's one of the only things, since I'm built better, I got a better body. But, his voice does resonate, on that media a little better than mine does, man. I will give you that, dog. I don't have the, I can't do the, what's the guy's name from Allstate commercial shit?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Yeah.
That brother.
Yeah, them. I can't keep that. That is.
Hey, yo, look.
That's a great voice, though.
I'm not. Listen. I know I upset somebody in the chat. Listen. Okay. Look. I'm not disrespecting Shakur. I like Shakur. I'm just saying. This is a critique. It's not a diss.
Man,
it's
why
are
you justifying yourself to them New Jersey niggas? Look,
no,
y'all can
listen.
just be what it is. That dude looked good. Chris Colbert looked better. You ain't got to be wow, how you disrespecting Shakur by saying he ain't the best. He didn't look the best ever. He looked very good, dog. He did what he's supposed to do.
That's all I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying. Shakur looked good. Colbert looked better last night. Who knows what it's going to look like 2 months from now when they fight again? Who knows? Shakur might mop the floor with whoever he fights, and Colbert might have problems. I'm just saying, last night, they both looked good. Colbert looked better. That's all I'm saying. And I want to see the fight. How about that? I want to see the fight.
I'm telling you this. Chris Colbert ain't have no problems with none of them bums, dog. Chris Colbert's whooping them boys' asses. And Chris Colbert would have whooped that dude that Shakur Stevenson was fighting. He'd knock his ass out. Okay? He would knock his ass out. And ain't no way you're going to tell me that he ain't, because he's going to go for fucking broke. Dog, that motherfucker was in there letting it all hang out, dog. That's what I mean. Chris Colbert last night fought. He let it all hang out, dog. He was doing all kind of shit in there, dude. It was entertaining. It was like, it was like he had like a little bit of Emmanuel Augustus. Yeah, last night. Y'all remember last night, next night too. Y'all remember next night, last night, next night too. Y'all remember I said that. Remember this shit. There are certain type of fighters like that, dog. I'm telling you. The not so pretty, but will whoop your ass type fighter. The Bernard Hopkins, dog, he wasn't pretty. Ain't pretty. He didn't have a pretty jab. He wasn't pop, 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 all clean. But he got in there with Mr. Clean, Olympian. See, that's what you got. You got the prison boxer and you got the Olympian boxer. Now, I know that Chris Colbert has not been to prison, but that little nigga fight like a little prison boxer, dog. He fights like he's in there to whoop your ass. Like he didn't, like, nah, I ain't got no time for the Olympics and all that. Yeah, I'm an amateur, but fuck that. I got to make this money, and I'm going to have fun whooping your ass. He has all kind of shit in there, dude. Like, he's got all kind of shit in there like Terrence Crawford does. Like somebody that is a much better pro than they were an amateur. And all I'm saying is, Richard Hitchens, Looks Hitchens, not Richard. What's his? It's not Richard Hitchens. But what's his first name? God, dog, I hate it because I had the first name right first time.
I'm having a brain fart right now. As soon as you said you forgot, I
forgot. Anyway, Hitchens. Yeah. Hitchens, the kid from New York. Yeah, he looked good too, but he need to get a little more punching power, dog. He need to get a little more. He need to eat his beef, man. Because the stuff he was hitting that cat with, I think he should have been able to. I think he should have been able to do something with him. Tank is better than Haney. Is better than Colbert. Is better than Shakur. Look, I'm going to tell you right now. The only reason I wouldn't pick Colbert over Devin Haney is the size. Because one is going to be at 147, the other guy's at 130 now. That's the size difference. Tank, I think that Tank may catch, because you got to be careful. Tank will knock your fucking head off, and he lets it all hang out too. He's so fucking aggressive and hyper-aggressive. Richardson, thank you. Richardson Hitchens, I'm sorry. Because I said Richard. I thought I said Richard, but it's Richardson. Okay, cool. Yeah, Richardson. Richardson Hitchens. Thank you, Hustle God Methodology. But look, let's move on now. Let's move on. Richardson, you niggas old. Let me tell you, there's more old niggas named Richardson than there are young niggas named Richardson. I don't want to hear the fuck you talking about. I've been knowing Richardsons since the 1960s, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. See how I be talking all that damn dumb shit? Dog, see how
damn it, Junior.
Coming sliding here with that craziness. Gary Antoine Russell, dog, fights next week. I'm looking forward to that. Showtime is doing some good stuff, man. I like the Showtime card. Oh, also, don't know what your politics are. Don't care for the moment, but he was an alpha. Shout out to A5A. Rest in peace to the mayor of New York City. First and only black mayor of New York City, David Dinkins.
David Dinkins.
Let's do the 10 count for David Dinkins. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Mayor Dinkins. Condolences to the family. Condolences to A5A, Alpha Phi Alpha, Howard University alumni. David Dinkins. You see him on Saturday Night Live all the time. Jay Parker in the super chat said, "Who y'all got if Shakur would fight Colbert?" I don't know, man. I might take Shakur. But then Shakur might get his ass whooped. I don't know. I like that Shakur's basics. I don't know. I don't know. So I'll put it this way. 55-45 for Shakur. There you go. 55-45 Shakur. What about you, Drew? What you got on that?
Same exact way, because I don't think we've seen – damn. Do you think we've seen the best of Shakur?
No.
That's why I'll lean towards Shakur. Haven't seen the best of him. You know, these guys, he's been mollywopping everybody. So I'll lean towards Shakur.
Shakur is also improving at a rapid pace.
Did he look kind of big last night?
He's fucking swole. Like,
yeah, what the? Yeah,
dude, he's gonna wind up being 135 pounds. He's not staying there long, dude. Like,
he looked like he was about like 150 last night. I'm being serious,
big, man. He's looking very solid, man.
That was crazy.
Solid. He's a big guy, man. I don't like. I'm telling you right now, dog. That dude is. But he's gonna. The only problem with Shakur is the chances of him fighting everybody is, like, I mean, maybe a little better because James Prince is his manager, and Andre Ward and those guys may push it a little harder, right? Because he's got that team around him. You know, but it's just the top rank thing. Hopefully that won't come into play.
I got it. Jay Prince, right? He's dealing with Jay Prince, right?
Yeah.
Jay Prince has his own farm where he, does his own beef. Like he sells it. Like
Are
he
you
has his own
cracking? Are you about to
slaughterhouse.
crack a James Prince joke? I live
No,
in
not at
Texas.
all. No,
I just want to
no,
let you know
not at,
I'm in Texas, dog. Please,
nah, chill. No,
keep shit commonsensical.
no, no. Listen. Take the connections.
Okay.
I think Shakur is eating that prime beef, which explains the size. That's why the brother's growing at a rapid rate.
You think he's got that computer all in the system?
No, I'm thinking he's eating clean. When you
he's
eat
eating
clean and you eat right. Eating right. He's not eating the meat from the stores that's sitting on the shelves for 4 days before they sell it to us.
Right.
He's getting it.
He's saying he doing like Canelo. He got that Canelo beef.
Nah, not the Canelo beef. He actually get to see the cow that he's about to eat. The cow that's eating the grass all day. You know what I'm saying? You take that, you chop him up, and that's the steak. So he knows what the cow was doing the whole time. Shout out to Jay Prince. I want no smoke. You don't fuck with that guy.
Saying, it's boxing in this motherfucker now. Anyway, so let's move forward to the other fight, dog. The other card. Let's move forward to your boy. Let's talk about these heavyweights, man. Let's talk about these heavyweights. Anthony Joshua fought last night on the only card that mattered there. Okay, because that other stuff, I did not watch no damn Lawrence locally. The 6'4" cruiserweight dude that looked like trash last time I saw him fight. When you look as trash as Lawrence Okolie looked the last time I saw his ass fight, I got to see another 5 fights on his resume before I look at him again. Like, you got to go through 5 training camps. What was he doing? Slapping and grabbing? Slap, slap, grab. Slap, slap, grab. He got a knockout this time, but the last time I saw him, it was slap, slap, grab, slap, slap, grab. Like, get the fuck up out of here with that cornball shit. But Huey Oogly Fury was the first fight that I saw. Oogly. Did you see the Oogly fight?
No. I'm Jesus Christ. Anything with that man's name in it.
Woo, dog, man. 78. We calling Tyson. What's his name? Fury. What's his name? Fury. Steroid Fury. The little Fury.
Huggy Fury.
Yeah, Hughley Fury. That's what I call him. Ugly Fury. Man, that motherfucker is not easy on the eyes. God, dog, man.
Yo, you want to know? You want to know? You want to know what happened? I'm so pissed with that situation. I feel like a Crip not wanting to use the letter B in anything. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you just told me Crips don't ever use the letter B in anything.
Yeah.
So now I know how
to
got a Crip.
Pass the Bocklet Bip bookies.
God dang, nigga, you really trying to get me in fucking trouble on these shows,
I don't like
secret Crip codes and shit.
Remember the Bruce Lee movie Fist of Fury?
Yeah.
I just say fist. I despise that name now until that guy's gone. That's how
Fury?
biased I am right now.
Well, let me tell you
Mother
about
F that guy.
Let me tell you Oogly. Let me tell you about Oogly.
Tell me how oogly it is.
First of all, god dang, that motherfucker is hard on the eyes. I was like thinking the whole fight, motherfucker, please knock him out so this Walk motherfucker and him can get the fuck off the screen. Like, like that must have been the 2 ugliest motherfuckers I've ever seen in the ring at the same time. I was like, this shit should be fucking illegal. I don't give a fuck who wins. I wish somebody could have covered the fuck. You know how that motherfucker, when they was cheating, they throw the fucking camera over that shit? I'd rather heard the fucking auto play-by-play than watch them motherfuckers fight in that ring. God, dog, that shit looks sloppy and nasty. And it was just like, get the fuck out the ring. Okay? Hughley Fury is one of the dirtiest motherfuckers. And he's so fucking dirty. Like, both them dudes was dirty as shit. It was like, time after time after time, rabbit punch. Rabbit punch after rabbit punch after rabbit punch after rabbit punch. And it was like, God dog, man, are you ever going to stop this dude from rabbit punching? And the other guy would rabbit punch. And the same thing with AJ. AJ got rabbit punched like 40 times last night by that motherfucker Pulev. Pop, 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 pop.
That
That
was
shit hurt like a
ridiculous,
motherfucker.
man.
I just slapped myself on the back of the neck. That shit hurt like
You was
shit.
knocked yourself out, man. It was good. You gotta be careful.
That's because I got these hands. Y'all motherfuckers don't understand. These motherfuckers ain't no joke. These motherfuckers on you. Put them on you. What were you saying, though, dog?
That you know, they might as well just make rabbit punches legal. From what I saw last night, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Oh, shit was crazy, dog.
I've never seen that. It's like the new NBA. After watching a few years of James Harden, traveling is legal.
Oh,
Traveling is five steps to a layup now. It's not 2 anymore. It's 5 to a layup. So rabbit punching has to be legal. Based on what I saw last night, that was disgusting. What the hell?
Dog, my son plays basketball, and he has a trainer that trains like, Division One, one of the best, a good trainer, right? So I'm out playing with my son, and this nigga hops, skips, and jumps right the fuck past me. I was like, what the fuck did you just do? The nigga disappeared, literally. He was in front of me. I'm telling you, the nigga disappeared, dog. I'd never seen no shit like this. The nigga was standing right in front of me. I promise you, dude. He was going between. It's because I'm never playing basketball with this little nigga again. Okay? And he ain't little. He's about 6 foot now. Over 6 foot. But look, this is what the dude did, right? He went between his legs, right? Between his legs, he crossed back over. And then he did like this little in and out. Like did a little quick in and out. But then he picked up his dribble. He hopped here. Then he hopped 2 feet here. So like all I saw is a nigga hop this way. And then we hopped that way. I didn't see him no more. And nigga was like, boop. And he hit a jumper from directly behind me. I was like, how the fuck did you get there? You had to travel. And there ain't no way in 1980s that you could do that shit and not travel. But that nigga pulled a motherfucking David Copperfield on my ass. Boop, boop, boop. Fuck.
And listen.
Hey, Hamad Z. I'll use the F word. Fuck you and get out. Okay? I will say what the heck I want to say. Lord have mercy.
Jesus
Stop.
Christ.
Dog, I ain't said, you know what the kind of shit I want to say to you? They just may not, they don't remember the day when cats was completely like raw. Okay? Man, get out of my face, dog. Okay?
Fuck that guy. Anyway.
Exactly. All this rap music and shit, I can't say nigga.
Exactly. Get out of here, man. That's not a Euro step. That's not a Euro step. A Euro step is a slow 2 steps in to the left and to the right, or to the right and to the left. That's a Euro step. What these motherfuckers are doing today, that is like 6 steps. I've seen 3 steps, a hop, and another hop into a layup or a jump shot. James Harden travels every time he touches the ball.
Oh, they're terrible. But let's not get too deep. Let's not get too deep on that traveling shit. However,
but rabbit punching.
What were we talking about? Because
we were talking about rabbit punching and how it's normalized in
they just allowing
now.
shit to go. It was crazy last night though. But so anyway, as far as your boy Oogly goes, that was just, he's a really rough fighter, very rough, and just it was a very gritty fight. So I watched the fight, but a very good skill, in a kind of really odd way, man. But whatever. I knew that Oogly was going to win. Oogly got cut, but whatever. It was whatever, man. AJ, though, that fight did happen. We acknowledged it.
Right.
But anyway, please do not try to tell me what I can say. Thank you very much. Fuck up out of here, Negro. You like that better? Fuck out of here. Anyway, say what you want. I'm going to say exactly what comes to my mind, dog. That's the whole game. Anyway, Anthony Joshua, man. Anthony Joshua. I thought Anthony Joshua looked very, very, very good. I thought he looked good in that fight. What was your thoughts on that? On how he looked in the fight?
Well, he looked like he didn't drink any bad water. Shots fired. He showed grit because Pulev is a dirty ass Neanderthal. He stood on his square. He didn't have to sneak the uppercut because it was there all night. He just hit him with it. You know, Pulev didn't have a plan B other than to be nasty and fight on the inside and try and make it a dirty fight. And by the way, that's what these guys are doing now. And they're just being blatant about it. When plan A fails, plan B is to try and be rough and disgusting and dirty. And how the ref didn't take a point for all of those rabbit punch. I stopped counting after a while. I was like, there goes 1, 2, 3, 4. When is it? I stopped after like 17. I said, he's not going to take a point. He's not going to take a point. And eventually he got his ass out of there. You know, shout out to AJ. I want him to look good. I want him to look good because I don't want any excuses. I have a strong suspicion that the Wilder fight is going to happen probably at the end of 2021, at the end. So I want him nice and healthy. I want him to win. And Pulev need to retire. Get out of there. Now we see, because y'all might forget, Pulev been ducking AJ for like 2 years, maybe longer than that. And now he got what he wanted. And he got slept. AJ looked really, really good last night. What took away from his performance, in my opinion, no, fuck that. I don't care what anyone says. What took away from his performance is the goddamn commentary. That took away. All right? You guys is fools over there at the zone. All of you are stupid. Are we talking about the commentary now? Huh? Can we talk about that? Yeah. You guys are foolish. All right? I purposely left it on. Normally, I mute it. But nah. Why are you guys acting like Deontay Wilder don't exist? You really, 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 really got to hear the agenda that they're pushing. Fury, the next logical fight. I've heard them say that. That's the fight we want to see. Guess what? What y'all want to see and what needs to happen is two totally different things. All right? Want versus need. All right? Want, need. You may want Fury and AJ for undisputed on UK soil. But you forgot that this fat cheetah ain't got no goddamn license over there? You forgot? You forgot why it disappeared in the first place? You forgot? No mention of that, right? They didn't even mention Deontay Wilder. They're acting like that fight is not supposed to happen. You guys are all smoke and mirrors, man.
Felix Nunez says, counterintuitive for PBC to work with Brian Kenny. You know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, but real quick about that. I mean, no, it's not. It's the same organization, same people hiring, the same. Like I still think they all want the same thing. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, the mind games was in. You could tell who they were talking to. They were talking to the casuals. They were talking to the Wilder haters. I did peep what AJ's political response was when they said they asked him how does he feel. They asked him.
Let's hold on because we're way past we're way past it now. Let's stick to the fight now, just for the fight.
Okay.
And then we'll go on to what happens next because that's really talking about that. You know what
okay.
I mean?
Well,
let me give you my take. I thought the dude looked really good. I thought he looked real good. Very good jab. Like he was pretty much the fight went exactly the way that I thought it was going to go, except for I missed the prediction by a round. The thing that I liked about AJ more than that uppercut was I really liked his body. I liked his jab to the body because I was thinking, man, like he's really hurting, or the body was really open to Kubrat Pulev, and Tyson. I mean, Anthony Joshua would land that real stiff jab to his, to the pit of his stomach. And I thought that I was like, man, if he could really like land hooks, like if he could land a hook or a real nice shot to the kidney, I thought that he would have been able to get him out of there in 8 rounds instead of getting him out of there 9. But I thought AJ was still, he was very respectful of that straight right hand that was definitely landing for Kubrat Pulev, but landed well past, the point because he would lean away from it. So Anthony Joshua seemed like, he had a good game plan for the fight. I liked how he broke him down. He didn't overdo it when he hurt him in the second round and like really spend everything. Like he tried to get, after he knocked him down in the second round. After he knocked him down in the second round, what was it, the second or was it the fourth round he knocked down?
I thought it was the second round.
Was it the second round? Well, with the round where he knocked him down and he went to try to get him again, he didn't. Once he realized that Kubrat Pulev had his senses, he didn't overextend himself. He didn't exert too much energy, and he went back to boxing. And I thought that I thought that he handled it really, really well, and he executed the game plan, which was an obvious game plan, I think, just because of the size. And but Kubrat Pulev was super dirty, right? The refs were not. They would, I'll tell you who was a good ref. What's the guys with the big eyes? The comedian he's got the big eyes.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know he's
Willis,
what is his name?
Willis? Steve Willis?
Is his last name Wilson or Willis?
Willis.
He's a comedian. He's hilarious. Yeah,
dude, he took away points from Chris Colbert because he got on him quick. Hey, that's a warning for low blows. He warned him quickly. It was like one low blow. Then he warned him, and then it was a couple more, and he said, "All right," he took a point. And then the next guy, and then he did. But it wasn't like he didn't do it a million times before they took a point away. I have to believe that some of these referees or instructions from these committees or commissions are like, hey man, this is how you should referee this fight. You know what I mean? Like, because it just doesn't make sense. Yes, Steve Willis, thank you, that they would referee them just so much differently, depending on the fight. But Anthony Joshua, now, as far as what happens with Anthony Joshua and like what you brought up, like the fights themselves, I think Anthony Joshua beats Tyson Fury. Pretty sure he beats him. And he has the ability to stop Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury's because he's chinny. But I think that Anthony Joshua's ability to go to the body and that dirty infighting, like the ability, like, did you see how they were, dude, he even cuffed his head and hit him. I'm like, AJ got dirty too. He really knocked him down off of cuffing him behind the head and hitting him.
And you know what else? I believe that Fury wouldn't be able to bully him like that because AJ's a bigger guy.
Very strong.
Yeah, he's strong. He's a strong kid. And all that leaning and shit that he likes to do, I think AJ will push him around. It's not gonna happen with AJ. AJ's just a bigger guy.
He'll stick a forearm in his throat.
Yep.
He'll stick a forearm in his throat like Deontay Wilder needs to do in the rematch.
That's right.
He needs to fucking keep a forearm bar in his throat when he does that shit. Like, fuck that. You ain't leaning on me. Put that shit right on his fucking throat. I hope Deontay Wilder learns an arm bar before that fight. Is that an arm bar? Which one is it? He said, no, oh, he was tired for nah, he wasn't that tired, dog. He went, what was the round? Was a knockout in the ninth? No, it was the ninth. He got winded, but he took his time and he came back.
He looked good. He looked good.
He
looked really good last night. He looked good. He looked really good last night. I'm just pissed off at the commentary. You see how they try and rob you of your joy? You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God.
But that's some UK dudes, man. I mean, not that the US is any better, but that they trying to sell that horse shit. I heard what Bob Arum said after that fight. I know well, I'll put it this way. Tyson Fury's ass was not at that fight because he's in a mediation. Bob Arum said, we'll start working on Monday to make that fight. He didn't say that fight's next. He said he'll start working on Monday to make that fight. You damn right, because you'll be working with it in mediation.
Say that again. Wilder. Say it again, because people miss that. People missed it.
Say it like a million times, Drew.
Yeah,
I got it. He's going to be in mediation. That's where he's going to be. He's in mediation. Bob Arum does not have the ability to proclaim that mediation is over. And guess what? When they go through mediation, if they can't successfully come up with an agreement, and the only way that they can come up with an agreement is if who agrees? Both of them. Deontay Wilder has to agree, and Tyson Fury have to agree. They both have to agree, which means Deontay Wilder can force it to arbitration. And when they go to arbitration, that's an entirely different process, I am sure. Ones where they submit evidence and they go through all of that and they talk about whether or not, and they have motions and all of that nice shit. No, do they have motions in arbitration? It's a judge. It'd be interesting to know what their rules of arbitration is. But they're going to have rules because they've got processes, which means that shit's going to take time. But no matter what happens, the fight is not going to take place anytime before spring. You know what I'm saying? Because AJ just fought. He's not going to fight in 3 months, right?
Nope.
When was the last time Tyson Fury fought? Tyson Fury fought last February, right? It's been a year. It will have been over a year. Hold on 1 second. Them dogs, man. Dogs. So yeah, he would have been off for a year. He'll be off in a year in February. So is Tyson Fury going to get in the ring with Anthony Joshua in 6 months when Anthony Joshua would have fought in 6 months and Tyson Fury would have not fought in a year and 4 months, year and 5 months? Tyson Fury going to get his ass whooped by Anthony Joshua because he can't cheat. See, did you notice how when we were watching Ugly Ass Fury fight, Ugly Ass Fury, we're sitting here talking about how his ass was cheating? That motherfucker gonna be, it's just gonna get exposed for cheating. CRB said, UK media mad Wilder cut them off. It's so obvious. Yeah, man, screw y'all. He don't need you. And the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight is bigger too. It's bigger. And we can talk about the math haters, and I will in a second. Don Shot of 24 said, salute to Fannon and Drew. The disrespect to Wilder is disgusting. I have a feeling Wilder is going to flatline Fury in the rematch. F Fury, DAZN, and Arum. Well, really, I think that the UK guys just want to keep all the belts in the UK so that they can continue to have parties in the UK and sing Sweet Caroline and charge those guys for pay-per-view for everything. Okay? Because here's the fact. Without the heavyweight division and this theft that took place with Deontay Wilder and the ducking that took place with Deontay Wilder, UK boxing does not have shit else but the heavyweight division. If you guys lose Anthony Joshua, lose Tyson Fury, your whole fucking scene is trash. Don't nobody give a shit about Lawrence O'Coakley, okay? Don't nobody care about none of them dudes, man. None of them. Oogly, please try to put Oogly's ugly ass on fucking Fox. Fox will be like, who the fuck you trying to put on TV? Get the fuck up. No. We got
They're really trying to sell that name, man. They really trying to sell that Fury name. They really trying to market that name, man. And that drives me insane. Boss.
Yeah, they do. But it's what it is, man. So what were you saying? Now we're in that stage where you can go on ahead and because we're there now. So what were you saying?
The zone commentary. It was so obvious that they were trying to push their narrative of what they want by not out and out saying what they want. You understand? They're promoting Fury and AJ as the next big fight, and they're trying to make it so that it seems obvious to the people that can't think past what they hear. You understand what I'm saying? They can't think past it. WBC champion versus the IBF, whatever the fuck, whatever AJ has. The two belts are owned by two British people. All right. So you want to read that super chat?
Oh, no, I was going to embarrass Dean and Blondie real fast. But my man, 24/7 King. See, that's how I skipped super chats because I got happy, but then I was gonna get negative. Thank you, Drew and Fannon, for not letting OG Boxing dismantle. $5 for the lawyer fund. Thank you very much. Oh man, that OG Boxing Talk. Hey, we ain't nobody going nowhere. We everybody that was in OG Boxing Talk is here, dog. The shit keeps going. Dean and Blondie. There's literally nothing to be jealous about with UK boxing. Okay, it's not very good boxing. First and foremost, okay. It's not very entertaining. You have one fight in all of UK boxing. Now, this is how suspect UK boxing is. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua will be the biggest fight in the history of UK boxing. That shit will not be the biggest fight of the year in the United States. Wouldn't be one of the top 10 fights of the year. And it is your biggest fight. Oh, it's not one of, let me see. Is it one? Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Let me see how many fights are better than that. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury is better than that. Deontay Wilder, Tyson, Anthony Joshua is better than that. Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao is better than that. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford is better than that. Errol Spence versus Canelo Alvarez is better than that. Gervonta Davis versus Teofimo Lopez is better than that. Canelo Alvarez versus Jamal Charlo is better than that. Canelo Alvarez versus Demetrius Andrade is better than that. I could keep going. It's not that big a deal, dog. It's just you're happy about it. We have had a bunch of fights where two American fighters fought for all of the heavyweight belts. We're just sitting back looking at you guys like you just cheated a guy out of his belt and then cheated him out of an opportunity for a rematch for his belt so you could have this fight. See, that's the thing, Blondie. That's the thing, Blondie. Fuck the UK boxing's heavyweight deal because you're trying to steal this man's opportunity from him is what you're doing. If not in one way, in another. Okay? And see, this is why it's been so easy to rip up Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua because you guys are hypocrites in so many ways. But Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua should not happen for at least two reasons. One, Tyson Fury cheated Deontay Wilder blatantly, and you know it. Number two, he has a rematch clause that was held up because of a pandemic. And you know this cheating scumbag has a rematch clause, and you're out there acting like he shouldn't even have to fulfill his responsibility and fight Deontay Wilder. At first you said, hey, we already know what's going to happen. We know the outcome of the fight. That's why we don't want to see it. Oh, let's just move on. You're bitches. And that's what it is. If you run away, you're ducking. There's a rematch. And this coward, cheating ass coward, is in fucking mediation and arbitration trying to duck out of it. And he was trying to do that before the Anthony Joshua fight. And he still doesn't have any intention on fighting Anthony Joshua either. The fuck out of here. He's a fucking con job and a cheat. And you guys know it. Which is why you didn't even care about him. You didn't even want him. You let him sit there gaining 400 pounds, snorting up the building, eating up the building, or doing whatever he was doing, and none of y'all cared about him because you know he cheated. You know he cheated Christian Hamer. You know he cheated Vladimir Klitschko. You know he cheated, and he cheated Vladimir Klitschko, a guy that had been reigning for a decade. He cheated him out of a chance for his rematch. He was never a champion again, even though he agreed. Tyson Fury agreed to fight that man again, and he didn't because he's a coward and he's a cheat. And that's why that's part of why he doesn't have a UK boxing license right now. And you guys want to act for the sake of the money you can earn like that's not the case. Anthony Joshua don't sell in the United States, dude. He don't sell. So it doesn't matter to us whether or not that fight is made or not. That's not a big fight here. That's a big fight there. That's a 55. That is a $55 million fight is what that is in the UK. A $55 million fight. And let me tell you why. I know that's a $55 million fight. 1.5, your pay-per-views are what? $25 a pop? $25 a pop? So if they do 1.5, they will do the same amount of pay-per-views value as a $500,000 pay-per-view in the United States at $75 because it's 1/3 the price. And then, so you would get, what is that? What is 1.5 times $25? Well, that would be 15 million. So you got to divide that by 3. So that'd be like $5 million roughly, right? In the paper. What is that? No. What is that in the pay-per-view? Do the math for me real quick. What is calculator? I don't do that off the top of my head because I suck at math. So let's do this. $75. Oh, no. Because you get your shit cheap. $25 times 1.5 million equals 37.5 million. Right? Now, let's do 100,000 people times a fucking $10 ticket. Because you know your shit ain't about $10 fucking average on that shit. But let's give it $15 a pop. Oh, no. No. That is not right. Let's just say it's 100. It's 100. Let's do $100 because that's more fair. Let's do 100,000 times $100. That's 10 million. What was that? 27 million plus 10 million is what? So we got 10 million at the gate, which is about right. 25 times whatever this number is 12. We're going to add 10 million to it. So $25 times 1.5 million equals 37 million. So 37 million plus 10 million is a $47 million fight. That's a $50 million fight. You know how easy that is to get in the United States? Errol Spence just did 30. Errol Spence just did 30 million. That's only $20 million short of Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Because you know that shit ain't going to be pay-per-view in the United States. Ain't nobody paying for that shit in the afternoon. That shit's going to be on ESPN fucking Plus. The fuck up out of here, dog. That's not even a bigger fight than Deontay Wilder in the UK. The only way that fight can be as big as Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is if they go to the Middle East and some royal family comes off of $100 million for that fight. It is not financially possible for that fight to be as big. So, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, let's do the math. It was a $17 million gate last time. That's $7 million more than they could get in a gate if you filled up the entire Wembley Stadium and then added 10,000 because there's only 90,000 that can get in there. Then you get a pay-per-view of over 500,000. That's all you need. And the last one, they said, did 8. This can do $1 million at $75 a pop. That's 75 million plus 17 million. That's damn near, it's 98 million? Deontay Wilder's the linchpin of the heavyweight division. Unless Eddie Hearn can take that fight and go take it to the Middle East. That's it. That's the only way. Only way. Which means UK fans, you're not getting that fight. You ain't getting that fight. Not there. There ain't enough money. Because you guys talk a good game, but you don't pay a good game. You talk a good game, but you don't spend a good game. You talk all that shit, but then you got a $100 ticket while we're paying $200 for a big fight, $1,500, $3,000 for fucking nosebleeds. You guys are supporting your guys with $150 tickets, way in the fucking back, drunk as a skunk, can't see shit if you had binoculars. You're sitting in that seat in a million miles away from the ring, looking at your iPhone, watching that shit on pay-per-view. Get the fuck up out of here, dog. We know the deal.
Didn't Fury say, yo, on the UK fans don't treat me well. That's why I'm fighting in America now. Didn't he say that?
Of course he did. Of course they did. They treat him well because they knew he cheated. They didn't cheat you well because they knew you cheated. That's why they didn't cheat you well. Because they were like, this dude cheats. Like, come on, man. You saw how he cheated John McDermott. Do you know how would we know about John McDermott if UK people didn't call us like, hey, man, you got to see the John McDermott fight. Hey, man, you got to see the Derek Chisora fight. Hey, man, you got to understand this is what they do. This is how they did it. This is who they are. It's UK people that come about Tyson Fury and say all this shit about Tyson Fury. He's a cheater, man. And y'all want to just act like, just close your eyes like, he's the greatest ever. The fuck up out of here, man. Go ahead, Drew. I'm sorry, man.
You missed some super chats. Rampage Jackson up here.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm sorry. I went in. CRB said UK fans think 50 Hondas sold equals. Oh, yeah, he thinks 50 Hondas sold are better than 5 Lamborghinis. Dude, these tickets in the US, dude, you can't even buy now. And I bet you they don't go back. Now, you can't even buy. You can't buy single fucking tickets. You got to buy groups of tickets. You got to buy 4 tickets at a time, 3 tickets at a time. So they'll have even to go to a fight now, you're going to have to spend at least $500 to get, because it's you and somebody else going. DOG said, no Kell Brook, Crawford or Spence or Garcia on Sky or BT equals a fake UK boxing scene. You're not really into boxing. Phony motherfuckers, real rap. Oh. They're into U.S. boxing, dude. Very heavily, dude. That's why they talk so much shit and they care. Because they know their boxing's not that damn good. And just stop acting like it is. The people that act like it is, that's because they're getting paid to act like it. They get paid to act like it is. Rampage Jackson says, salute Fannon and Drew. According to ESPN, the Fury-Joshua fight will be in the Mideast, so the fight won't even be in the UK if it happens. That was an earlier report. I have a hard time believing that these dudes are going to be able to make that shit in the Middle East. Tyson Fury fucked that up, but we're not going to go any further with that. Leave that alone. But Tyson Fury fucked that up. DOG said, gotta get John McDermott on the show. Slam dunk. Man, come on. These guys have been telling people about this, man. Bookies have Saudi as the favorite to host, then the U.S., then the UK, as the fight doesn't generate enough in the UK. Exactly. So, dude, it's not going to be in the United States. That shit's not going to sell in the U.S. Dude, how do you think that fight's going to do in the United States selling in the U.S. pay-per-view? That shit ain't going to do what – that shit's going to do less. That shit's going to do less than Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Listen, here's the bottom line, man. I mean, I even see people. I ain't even going to address certain things, but listen, we are where the money is. Bottom line, where the money, we are where the money is. Bottom line, okay. In the pandemic, we're still doing well. All right. This ain't going to be solved all next year. So when Tyson Fury's put in a position where he has to fight Deontay, they can go to Vegas, they can go to Dallas. The third fight sells itself. There's a storyline, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not. There's a storyline, and there's hell to pay. And it's etched in stone. All right? Everyone was wondering why Deontay was so quiet. Like 3 days after the fight, he said, "I want my rematch clause," and y'all called him crazy, and that's all he had to say.
3 days later,
he hasn't said anything.
Oh, real quick, so I can get this off the screen, Eddie. Let me correct you. He says Wilder isn't guaranteed anything. He'll have to work. No, the fuck he's not. He's guaranteed a mediation. He's guaranteed an arbitration. So shut your ass up until he gets done with the shit that he's guaranteed. But you know, wasn't just guaranteed. He paid for it. He paid for the rematch clause. He paid for it. He gave him something in exchange for the rematch clause. It was called a fight. He agreed. But you know what it is. You know what it is. They got to come to the United States. That's why they thought they could do this shit. But you know who they got to come through if they go to the United States? They got to come through us. And we got big mouths. And there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. Hey, Drew, there's a lot of us, aren't there?
No, they ain't that many. Just a few million. Just a few million. Just a few million. Ain't that many of us.
Not that many.
Remember.
And we ain't been here that long, have we? How long you been in the United States? You don't have no experience in the United States, do you?
I don't know. 1975. I don't know. I don't know much. Yo, Texas is bigger than the UK.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, and could have bigger crowds too. Just so you know, they got bigger crowds like every fucking weekend, don't they? Mm-hmm. How many people are in those? How many people are in those football games in Texas? In them big Dallas Cowboy. How many people at them Dallas Cowboy games?
Even during the pandemic, few thousand.
Huh? Few thousand?
Just a few.
A few thousand. Not that big. There's only
Ain't
what?
That big.
No. Few million black people, dumbass. Few million black people, like 40 million black people, dumbass. Vote UK. 40 million black people. But let's break the numbers up for you, Volty, so you know how many black boxing fans there are. Okay? There's 50 million black people in the United States. Okay? 50 million. Of 50 million, half of us are sports fans. That's about 25 million. It's about 25 million black sports fans. Half of that 25 million like boxing. That's about 14 million. Now, of the 14 million, right, those are people that just like it if they hear about it, loosely. Of that 14 million, you can cut that half and say there's 7 million that will actually, of the 14 million, there's 7 million that like boxing. Of the 7 million that like boxing, about 2 million really like boxing. Of the 2 million, there's about 1 million to about 500,000 that are really, really into boxing. And of those, there's about 400,000 that will pay for a pay-per-view, which is why you always see these black fighters doing 300,000, 200,000, 400,000, roughly around there for pay-per-views, because that's the base. So Deontay Wilder, dumbass, did 1 million, and to prove it to you, how many people watched Deontay Wilder when he was on Showtime? 1 million. Every time he watched. Do you know how many people watched Errol Spence on Showtime when he was on it, Showtime? About 600,000. Significantly less than Deontay Wilder. The reason why there was a fight with $17 million and all those people came from the UK was to see Tyson Fury fight Deontay Wilder. The reason why they sold all those pay-per-views was to see people see them fight Deontay Wilder, which is why when Tyson Fury fights in Vegas, they have to give away 1,500 tickets to get 3,000 people in the building. Okay? There's no comparison between the popularity of Deontay Wilder in the United States and Tyson Fury in the United States or Anthony Joshua in the United States. No, I'm not talking. I know you weren't trolling Vote UK. I'm being very, very clear, though, because when you ask questions, it's an opportunity to let people know exactly what you're talking about. Do you know why rap music sells so well in the United States? Because first, black people like it, and we all buy it, and we buy it, and we buy it. And then people look over there and mind our business and say, hey, y'all, what the fuck are y'all looking at? What the fuck are y'all buying? Oh, you're wearing your pants all sagging? Oh, that's the new hip-hop music? Oh, we want to be like you. So then they start listening to the music. They let their pants sag, all that shit. And it goes on, and then eventually it spreads all the way to the UK, and now you're walking around with your pants sagging, listening to who? Who's the newest rap guy? The Baby, the Little Baby, the this and the that. You know who they are because they're in your motherfucking phone right now. Okay? Mm-hmm. We are the culture. That's what they say when we're the culture. We're the culture. The United States is the big industrial military complex that is all out there doing shit all over the world, and we're the people in the belly of it entertaining them. Dancing and singing and whooping people's asses, which is why you got to come here to make the money, dog, and that's just what it is. Thank you very much. Kick it. That was fun. Dre's Finest says, salute Fannon and Drew from the DMV. Sick. Not well, man. I hope you feel better very, very soon, man. I don't know what this guy said. I hope it was polite.
What the fuck?
Go ahead, Drew. What were you going to say?
Yeah, Volts UK. I know. We know you wasn't trolling. We know he wasn't trolling, but sometimes we just got to be clear on certain things. Somebody else could misread what you're saying, and we have to be clear on certain things. But Harry Jones, what's up? We are where it's at, man. We are where it's at.
JT said, Fannon, after arbitration, I'm going to answer this question. I'll throw it right back to you. Fannon, after arbitration, can Wilder still file a lawsuit? I think he should sue Fury, Top Rank, and ESPN. No, the arbitration will be binding. It's binding arbitration, so what the judge says goes. But if they back out, then Deontay Wilder can go seek enforcement in an official court of law. So, and then the law will enforce it like they enforced that shit upon Adrian Bronner's ass. Okay? since they will enforce that shit like y'all motherfucker. Dude, see, I'm telling y'all, sometimes I think to myself, I should have just stayed the course and I should have become a judge. Because I could now be sitting in front of Adrian Bronner with that nigga telling me, yeah, I said it, nigga. Okay, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I talk like I speak. It's early. I ain't got all the time to fake being somebody I'm not. My daddy said nigga. My mama will say it every once in a while. It's pretty rampant. I grew up with it. Anyway, man, I forgot what I was saying, dog. I keep getting on these guys.
You be sitting in front of Adrian Bronner.
Oh, yeah, I'll be sitting in front of Adrian Bronner, dog, like now, you done fucked up, right? You done fucked up, right? Dog, I'd have thrown the fucking book at his ass the first fucking time. Nigga, you telling me you got $13? Hey, watch this. There's 652 people in the building. I need a favor. I need more money before I end this show than Adrian Bronner said that he had in his pocket. Okay? He said he only had $13 to his name. I'm gonna pretend like I am Adrian Bronner and say, please help me. I have to pay $15 to my baby mama. Oh, no, to the girl I grabbed on the booty. Can you help me, please? Can you please help me with $13? Now, I've never begged for super chats before, but I'm going to beg for this $13 because I don't want this judge to throw me in the fucking clink, okay? And if I am successful in getting $13, I can prove exactly why Adrian Bronner deserves to go the fuck into the clink and why she slapped his ass with a $33.2 million penalty. Okay? $3.2 million penalty. Amazing. Oh, Cash Apps, big dog. Damn. What the fuck? Where's my phone? Hey, Drew, hold on one second. Hey, I'm gonna go see if Cash App saved my life. Hold on one second, man. Because I do got to read these Cash Apps. Hold on one second. Because I want you to use Cash App, and I don't ever have it. Hold on one second. Go ahead, man. Drew, handle the show.
Yeah. Salute to I Am LL. What's going on, brother? He said, salute for Fannon. Here's to your AB fund. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, when are brothers going to realize they need to stay the hell off of Instagram with some of the stupid shit that they do? Don't tell a judge that you only got $13 in your pocket and then flash a stack this fucking big on Instagram. Even if it's not yours, it's on your gram. But even if it's not his, all right, if you have a gun charge and you're out on probation, and then you get on your Instagram and you're holding a gun. You know what I mean? You're holding a gun. It's like, wait a minute. You're going to say, yo, judge, wait, that wasn't my gun. It was my friend's gun. He just let me hold it. Nigga, you got a gun charge. Why are you even holding a gun, you stupid ass? What? And then you on yo, listen, man, social media is great, but it's also the biggest curse to the stupid ass, to the dumbest people.
Dude, it's surveillance.
That's all it is.
It's surveillance. It's surveillance.
The whole world saw that. It's not like people on your block saw it, and it's not hearsay. These guys who are popular get on Instagram, and as soon as they click live or they go on a video, the whole planet and a couple of aliens up top see your shit. I'm sure law enforcement gets paid to follow you. You guys are making law enforcement so much easier doing the stupid shit you do. I don't feel sorry for AB, man. Come on, dude. What are you doing? And if any of his friends were smart, they'd have been like, yo, chill. Yeah, they'd have been like, yo, chill, man. What are you doing?
Look at the lie this dude told. Look at the lie this dude told, man. He said that people send him money. Send him money. Well, first, dude, when you get the money, it's yours, dummy. So it doesn't even matter if they send it to you, if these rich people are giving it to you. If that's true, because I know that can be true. Like, I know that there are famous people that get on hard times, and they literally are living with other famous people and being given money by other famous people. We know that shit is the truth. That does happen, right? But dude, once you get the money, it's your money, okay? Then you could say, oh, they gave me this money because why? Oh, because I called them, I talked to them. If you talk to them, if you sign an autograph for them, if you got them a deal on a ticket, if whatever you did for them, dude, that is consideration, and they give you that money, that's your money. So what difference does it make, dumbass, whether or not you got it from a job or somebody gave it to you? That is a tax issue. Once that shit is your possession and you're saying it's your money, then you owe that damn money to her. But the thing is, why the fuck don't you just give her $50,000? Give her 60. It's like you're saying, I'm not going to get abroad nothing. And I'd rather purposely not have any money, purposely be broke than pay this chick any money. And you don't think people see that? That's the things like, I don't know about you, but at a certain point in time, dog, like before you realize, like at first you realize that you're smart, right? Like you, at a point you're like, you know what? I'm smart. I can talk my way out of this. I can talk my way out of this. I can trick this person. I can trick that person. At a certain point in time, dude, you're going to run into something where there ain't no fucking tricking, okay? There ain't no playing. You're not smarter than them. They're smarter than you. And you're just going to, to see Adrian Bronner just become, this dude's going to wind up being in jail for real. And he may sit there and be like, yeah, fuck it, you know, I'm in jail for real, can't break me. But no, they broke your family though, because you broke you. Yeah, they didn't break you, you broke you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to let that judge, if you're going to be so, it's like a spoiled child, right? Like, a lot of times, dude, like, I've learned, like, dealing with my kids, that there's a battle going on, right? Like, you know that they are supposed to do what you say, but they know that really there's nothing that you can really do to make them do anything because they have their own autonomy. And that's just true. They can either run out of the house or they can fight back. They have themselves. But they don't realize that they can't fool you. They can't trick you. That's where but then later in life you realize, damn, I'm really not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes. They just not giving a fuck enough to really tell me that they see my bullshit happening. And that's AB. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. It's like you think you're smart, but you're not. You're like a fucking animal trapped in a fucking cage, and you just keep bouncing up against the spikes on the cage and thinking that I keep hurting myself. That'll prove them wrong. No, They want you to hurt yourself. They want you to be non-productive. They want you to waste your time, waste your money, and be an example of what not to do, of what to do, really, because this is the type of attitude that is taught and encouraged on a daily basis, man. But it's just disappointing to see. It's just disappointing, man, to see that type of stupidity. And I wish that I didn't see it on a regular basis from children. You know what I'm saying? And if you're showing that type of activity, you got to realize that that is what kids do. Like, just because you mature, right, in your physical ability doesn't mean, or you physically mature, doesn't mean that you have mentally matured. And there may be some areas that you really matured in early, right? Like if you've experienced a lot of violence, or, you know, you've had to survive and figure out how to feed yourself. In that way, you could be very mature, right? But emotionally, you could be very insecure, be very, very immature, right? And that is, so, you know, you can develop in different ways in different areas of your life. And it just looks to me that, like, sometimes kids think because they're physically mature or they're financially mature that they are really mature, that they're really emotionally mature, or that they understand, like, what they have vision, you know, they have enough, you know, adequate vision into the ramifications of what they're doing. It's just the sadness of that's the thing that gets me about Adrian Bronner, because I knew it was going to happen. Because when he said, I did the video and I was like, I know Adrian Bronner's just going to blow this lady off, but I know what she did, because she said, look, Adrian, make sure you do not get back on Instagram. Don't get back on social media. Dude, 2 days later, he was there with a stack of money this thick, talking about, hey, I got $13 and my rich friend. No, you've got $10,000 in your hand is what you have. You got 13. You have possession of $10,000 is what you have. And don't nobody care. You're showing that you have it. Man, she took that shit from 800,000 to 4 million.
Oh.
Because that's what I'm tripping to. She took his penalty, because the penalty was originally, they agreed to 8 million, right? No, excuse me, 800,000. They said, okay, you know, they didn't file criminal charges or whatever. And then there was $800,000 he was supposed to pay. This guy, instead of paying something, did this stupid shit in the judge's face. And the judge increased the penalty from $800,000 to $4 million. That was $3.2 million because you wanted to wave some fucking money in the judge's face.
He just retired that person, man.
Man, he just made sure he is going to be a punch drunk dude, or his ass is going to have the law. He's either going to be punch drunk because he's got to get out there and fight. He has to fight. And now he's not just got to fight. He's got to fight to earn enough money to take care of him and enough money to set this girl's family up for the rest of eternity.
Over Instagram.
All because of Instagram. All because he wanted to rub in the judge's face that nah, I ain't going to do what you tell me to do. That shit. And the judge is what's the judge supposed to do? For real, Drew. Like, what's the judge going to do? If that's your job. If that's your job. It just sounds like needlessly stupid.
And this is not a racial thing at all, man. This is Adrian Bronner being an idiot. You know what I'm saying? He's being an idiot. That was just the dumbest thing. That was just a dumb. Never mind. I'm not even going. Jesus
yeah, man.
Christ.
We won't give it any more food. George Gray say, "Hey, George. Hey, that's by the way. That is $15. By the way." George Green said, "Get out of jail. Get Fannon out of jail. Thank you, sir." Yashad Hasab Ahwam. I'm from Cincinnati. This is sad. It's just you owe pay. Yeah, you pay. You said. Yeah, I got that. I know why that is. We'll work it out.
That is the gayest thing I've ever read in your chat.
Hold on one second, man. Don't get me demonetized over that.
No. I just saw something ridiculous. Go ahead.
Well, we'll talk about it though. Just give me 1 second. Mr. Mechanical said, "What's up, Fannon and Drew? Just tapping in, man. Thanks for tapping in, dog." What were you gonna say? What was in the chat, dog? We can talk about it.
You know what? It's not even. I mean, that would be a compliment coming from a woman, but from a dude.
What's the compliment?
You know what, Fannon? Let's move on.
You're not gonna tell me?
Dude said, dude said, "Is this the Fannon and Brian Bumper show?" He messed up, and then he put in Pumper.
You talking about the porn
But,
dude?
you know, I had, you know what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What's next?
Yeah, next. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
I'm getting you off my channel, Brian. You gonna have to put a shirt on next show, dog. You doing things to these boys around here, man.
These guys are something else. So I'll take that as a compliment. And guess what? Yeah, you know what? I ain't even gonna never mind. All right.
All right, man. Anyway, with that, let's head up out of here, man. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to the chat today. And we out. Peace. All right, Drew, get back with you, man.
Yes, sir.